Greetings. Welcome to White Bear Lake, Minnesota. We have the Bantam Hornets taking on White Bear Lake at their place. I think it's the first time I've been to this little barn. It looks like a nice setup. Apparently this is where the White Bear High School girls team plays their home games. I believe we have Mike Levy on the call today. I'm still waiting for some commentary. They'll be here shortly. So sit tight. We've got about 3.5 minutes of warm-ups. Welcome to White Bear Lake, Minnesota. I think the entire town of White Bear Lake is jammed to this arena here Saturday night. The boys come in against White Bear Lake 5-0. They've played Centennial, St. Louis Park, Northfield, West St. Paul, and Andover. All W's. White Bear Lake comes in 1-2-1, but don't let that fool you. This will be a strong, really good team tonight. They won against Rogers, lost to Woodbury, tied Woodbury, and lost to Minnetonka, who is also in our district. For those wondering at home, White Bear Lake has 7 Bantam teams. They have a double A, B1, 2 B2s, and 2 Cs. Edina has 8, but equally a double A and an A team. This should be a fairly even, in terms of talent, here. Nothing like Saturday night hockey in the state of hockey in Minnesota. It's 50 degrees. It's pleasant out. And the parents all had to drop their kids off early because it's a 30-minute drive and had to get to the safety meeting as we drop off the boys. The boys have 5 games upcoming the next week. Tomorrow we play Saskatoon, which will be our first district game. And then we play Minneapolis, St. Paul Capitals, Shakopee, and Waconia, the last 2 being both district games. We're going to get started here with a Saturday night in St. Paul. I've never been to this arena before. I have 2 kids that play hockey, and I actually like the arena. Chris.
Yeah, it's nice. Somebody, I was saying, somebody earlier was saying this is where the girls' high school plays.
Yeah.
It's nice.
I heard
they revamped it.
I heard before they revamped it, it might have been a dive arena. Here we go. We get started. Hester McConnell out there, forwards along Trottier, and then Burgess and Miller at D. Here comes White Bear Lake, pass behind them. McConnell now has it near side. He goes off the boards, trying to get up to Hester. Does get to Hester. Hester trying to get in the front of net. Hester now down below the goal line. Had it, lost it. Trottier comes over. No kid gets tripped up, no call. Sometimes you wonder about that. Here comes White Bear Lake the other way in the offense zone. 1-on-1 with Burgess. Burgess, good D right there. Now back to Hester. Hester had it, lost it. Now comes a point for White Bear Lake. They pass it, and then they lose it. Comes back to the point. They shoot, save right there by Sora Carlson, who gets a start in net for the boys. The second save by Sora Carlson right there. Burgess now off the glass and out. No icing, as the ref said no. And the boys will do a shift change from Oscar and Smith out there, along with Mislet and Levy. Levy dumps it down. Oscar gives chase down along the corner. White Bear Lake comes away with it. Now up to the center ice. Neutral zone. Levy poke checks that away. Good gap control right there by Levy. I've noticed in the first 5 games, Levy aggressive at D, really controlling the gaps between the lines, and I like that. And as I said that, he brought that over the blue line for an easy offsides call to stop the play. 13:29 left in the first period. We'll switch up the forwards. Gorski, Baker, and Olsen. 3 second-year forwards out there with Gorski playing center. Mislet now, 1 man on, wraps around the net. Levy right there. Olsen comes over. Levy's got it. He's going to turn, spin around, and get out of trouble. And good flip by Olsen to Gorski. Just couldn't control it. Levy gets out of the zone. Now comes near side. Baker's got it. He's going to come back into a zone and look for an outlet pass. He turns. He spins. He's going to give it to Gorski. Nope. He's going to use his wheels. And he had it. Lost it. Now Mislet has it. He's going to go D to D. Nope. He's going to go up to Baker, but out of his reach. White Bear Lake dumps it. Mislet's got to grab. He's got 1 man on him. Down below the goal line. Flips up to Baker. Baker now. He's got speed. He's going to beat that guy. He's going to come in his zone. He's bumped all along the boards. Still bumped along the boards. Lost it. Olsen comes over, gives a little hip check. White Bear Lake controls the puck down below the goal line. Out. But not out of zone. Baker shoots it. He'll get the first shot on net for Edina right there. As the goalie had to make a blocker / elbow save right there. Trottier now on the forecheck. Dump that back in. McConnell's going to wrap it below the goal line. Now it comes back out to McConnell. McConnell now goes cross-ice to Trottier. Trottier, 1 guy to beat. He's going to beat him. He's going to beat the second guy. Now it's a 2-on-1. Trottier shoots.
Oh!
Elliot Trottier with an absolute rocket for the first goal. Now, I wasn't here for the Andover game, but Trottier did the exact same thing against West St. Paul in a really tough angle. Goes high over the goalie's shoulder. And he just replicated that with a
He's got that dialed.
Yeah, he's got that down. That's right. Mr. Gorski said it. He's got that down. He's got that shot. Normally, at these levels, that shot's not a high percentage shot. But when when Trottier is the one on the other end shooting it, it becomes a high percentage shot. Edina with an early 1-goal lead here in White Bear Lake Sports Center in White Bear Lake, Minnesota. Smith had it, lost it. Goalie's going to cover that up, and we're going to get a face-off in the offensive zone on the far ends. So Smith, Oscar, and Aaron's going to have to correct me if it's Oscar or Oska. I say Oscar. Some people say Oska. Aaron will tell me eventually what it means, but he hasn't corrected me yet, so I'm going to go with the Levy Jersey accent and say Oscar. Here comes White Bear Lake the other way. Levy trying to use the gap control, trying to poke check it away, but he went Mike style off the boards. Levy now behind the net. There's a blown wheel right there by Crum, but no harm, no foul. Smith has it, makes a move right at the blue line. Nice move by Smith. He's going to dump it. There it is. Dumps it. Trying to get over the Crum, not able to, so they're going to go shift change right there. I like that. The goal here is if you can get, once you get on the other side of red line, if you can skate it in, skate it in. If you can't skate it in, dump it in and apply pressure. Nobody likes pressure. Apply the pressure and or what you just saw them do right there is shift change. So Carlson's going to have to cover that up and get a salvage of play at 10:48 here in the first period. I think for the first time ever, I have the shots on net correct. White Bear Lake 3, Edina 2, but what matters is the points on the board. Edina with 1 with Elliott Trache with an absolute snipe. Up along the boards, Trache pushes it. He gives chase. White Bear Lake defenseman throws it off, now back in. Misslet's got to play it. Down behind that, Hester right over there. He puts his guy up against the boards. White Bear Lake controls it. They have it. They give it to the D. He dumps it down low. Misslet's down right there. White Bear Lake controls it below the goal line. Now comes to the point. White Bear Lake back to the half wall. Broken up right there. Hester puts out in the neutral zone. White Bear Lake gathering in the neutral zone, looking for an entry. There's the entry back into the offensive zone for White Bear Lake. Levy now near side goes up off the boards to no one, and that will be icing. He's trying to hit McConnell. McConnell just wasn't there yet. So icing on Edina. We'll have a defensive end draw. And the Smith, Oscar, Crum, along Perlowski and J.J. Bauer, up to the point. Dumped down by White Bear Lake. Smith has it, trying to get it off the boards, not able. White Bear Lake, dangerous shot high over the net. Now near side, White Bear Lake looking to gather. They flip it far side. Smith's going to gather, trying to get there before the White Bear Lake player. He's battling Crum over there. J.J. Bauer poke checks that away. Smith has it in neutral zone, and he wisely goes out in the zone, and they're not going to call icing there. Oscar bumps his guy. Crum comes over. He gets the puck. White Bear Lake now has it, hits the skate of Smith. Smith keeps it in. Wyatt Smith, the first-year player, keeps that puck in the offensive zone. White Bear Lake now behind the net. Lost it. Smith now to the point. J.J. Bauer dumps it back down below the goal line. Here comes Nash Olson, number 21. White Bear Lake comes away with it. And they're going to dump it and hits Berlowski right back to Oscar. Oscar just trying to dump it and get a shift change. Olson on the foot chase. White Bear Lake comes the other way. Poke checked away by Gorski, but right back to the White Bear Lake player who dumps it down. Berlowski's going to have to play it down below the goal line. He's going to throw it over the... Nope, lost it. White Bear Lake tried to pass it out front, broke it up right there. Hits the skate of Gorski. Bauer has it the other way. He comes down along the boards. He's looking for... Oh, no, that's Baker. Sorry, I said Bauer. I meant Baker. Too many number sixes. 6-16. Oliver Baker has it. He avoids a check, and the goalie's going to cover that up for a stop. It's with 8:20 left in the first period. I want to give a shout-out to Uncle Chuck watching at home in Chicago. Ryder Gorski's uncle. I know he's an avid watcher of the live stream, so thank you, Uncle Chuck, for watching the boys from afar. Burgess to Miller. Miller turned it over. White Bear Lake comes the other way. They had to wait to get their offensive player out of the zone when we turned it over. White Bear Lake still has it. Hits the feet of Miller. Miller battling. White Bear Lake still has it. Comes to the point. Baker will give chase. Shot out front. Gorski has it. Gorski now goes to Olson. Olson on the far side. He's going to look for a Baker. There it is. Poke checked away by White Bear Lake. They're going to come the other way in the offense zone. Miller right there, 1-on-1. And Sawyer Carlson grabs that like a lazy fly on a Sunday afternoon in the middle of July for a stop of the play with 7:42 left in the first period. Edina 1, White Bear Lake 0. Defensive end draw. Hester will take it. Hester is out there with McConnell and Trache. Trache on the far wall trying to poke check it out, not able. White Bear Lake keeps it in. Levy Ritter, Hester right there. He gives his guy a bump. White Bear Lake comes with it to the point. Shot steered to the far side by Sawyer Carlson. Still behind. Levy now up, but not out. Trache was covered. Hester has it. Now he's going to look for a gain. He goes off the boards, and Trache throws it secondly off the boards. Now White Bear Lake trails in the off board in their defensive end, and they're going to be icing on White Bear Lake. We'll get an offensive zone here at the 7:04 mark in the first period. It looks like the White Bear Lake Bantam AA team was on before this. So a lot of White Bear Lake folks coming out on a Saturday evening watching some hockey for their Bantams. Berlasky keeps that in and then comes out. Here comes a 1-on-1 Bauer shot high over the shoulder of Sawyer Carlson. Puck down below the goal line. White Bear Lake controls it. Along the half board, they lose it. And now it'll be a foot chase. Oscar's just going to try to beat his guy. He's going to get close there, and he tried to lift up the stick, but the White Bear Lake player comes away with it. Skates through a couple of people, hits a skate of White Bear Lake. Berlasky throws it far side. Crum has it, makes a couple moves, lost it in the offensive zone. Berlasky's going to come back in and dump it. And he's trying to dump it, but Oscar hadn't cleared the zone yet, so he had to wait for Oscar to clear the zone before he dumped it. Now a pass from Crum to Baker. Baker now, Oliver Baker shot, glove save, White Bear Lake. And we'll get an offensive zone face-off on the near side. And a fresh set of legs out there. So Gorski will take the draw. Baker, Nash Olson are the forwards, along with Ryland Miller and Augie Burgess at D. So the coaches switching up the lines. Just two coaches tonight. Puck far side. Gorski gives chase. White Bear Lake comes away with it. Almost turned it over. Didn't hit anyone, so Burgess going to have to chase it. Hits his skate. Pass out front. Miller recovers as he tried to get that in the neutral zone, but it got by, and Miller now has it behind the net looking for an outlet pass. He goes hard to Baker, but couldn't control it. White Bear Lake dumps it back down. Miller now, Baker right on the half-board pass to the center. Nice shot, glove save by Sawyer Carlson. Puck still loose. Pinned along the boards near side. Miller comes away with it. Miller has it. He's looking for an outlet pass. He's getting harassed. There's a penalty at White Bear Lake. Baker trying to flip it off the boards to himself. But White Bear Lake hits it. We'll get a stoppage play. Now it's going to go to power play. White Bear Lake with, we'll call it tripping. If there's a penalty for harassing, that would be the penalty. Either way, we're going to go into power play with 5:14 left in the first period. Offensive zone faceoff. Hester will take it far side. He's out there, McConnell and Trache. And then Mislett and Levy. Trache has it, gives it to Levy. Levy now back to the boards to Hester. Hester has it at the point. Hester dumps it down on the boards to Trache. Trache has it, goes back to the half board to Hester. Hester now going to go to the point to Levy. Levy back to Hester. Hester on the half board, down to Trache, down low below the goal line. Trache has it. He's looking for somebody out front. Now goes to Hester on the half boards. Hester's going to turn and come to the front of the net. He looks to shoot. Hits a pad, but still keeps it in. White Bear Lake has it, trying to exit. Not able. Trache all over his guy. Along the half boards, Hester keeps it in. Trache comes with it. Trache down below the goal line. He goes back to Hester. Hester's going to go to Levy. Levy, the point, he's going to shoot it.
Oh.
He looks for a low shot for a rebound. No one there. Goalie kicks that near side. Comes back to Levy. Levy now over to Hester. Hester's going to shoot it. There it is. Glove save. So good puck movement right there on the power play. We're going to switch up all 5. But good puck movement from those 5. Need to see more of that puck movement and get the White Bear Lake team scrambling and leading one way versus the other way. Crum out there. Oscar, puck comes off the boards and will be icing. Nope, they wave it off, so Sawyer's got to play it. He throws it to the far side. Crum comes with it. Crum's going to now come out of zone and just carry the puck as we get the power play set up. Comes into zone, still has it. He's going to go back to the point to Berlowski. Berlowski has it. He controls it. Now set up the power play. Now to Crum. Crum down low to Smith. Smith back to Crum. Crum's going to shoot, trying to pick a corner. Goalie gets that. Bauer has it. Bauer's going to give it back to Smith. Smith on the half board. Now he's going to come to the point. Smith cross ice to Berlowski. Berlowski's got to dump it to nobody. But White Bear Lake's not able to keep that out. And Berlowski had to follow his guy. So here comes a 2-on-2 shot score. Sure-handed goal by White Bear Lake. And it's as simple as that. Turnover in the offensive zone. 2-on-2 the other way. We gave too much space on that 2-2, and the kid just made a shot. Tied this game up 1-1. We're still in a power play. Burgess has it. Burgess to Miller. So at this level, you want to take away time, you want to take away space. Poke checked away, right at the blue line. Baker has it. Oliver Baker now over to Miller. Miller now dumps it in. White Bear Lake loses an edge. Pass out front. Going to Burgess. Burgess quick shot. Rebound loose right there. Nash Olsen almost had it. Now comes over to down below the net. Olsen over there. Gorski over there. Comes to a point to Burgess. Burgess now behind the net. Oliver Baker has it. He's going to set up the power play. He throws it back down below the net to Nash Olsen. White Bear Lake loses an edge again. And Gorski's going to come off on the switch change so that the power play is over. Even strength hockey. Burgess now going to cross ice to Baker. Baker's going to come in the zone. 1-on-2. He's going to look to pass or shoot. There's a tip and a save right there. Puck at the feet. Good tip right there, which I think was Hester. Now, here comes White Bear Lake the other way. Miller trying to poke check that away. Not able to miss it now. He's going to give it back to Burgess. Baker has it. He's got a full head of steam. And he's grabbed right at the blue line. And I don't know how that's not called because that's just grabbing. Shot at the blue line. And one that got away from Sawyer Carlson right there. White Bear Lake takes a 2-1 lead here in the first period. And it's those little things that make a difference at this level. We turn the puck over on the power play and ends up on a goal. We don't get the puck deep enough, and it comes the other way on an instant play, and it's a goal. It's those things that can make a difference at these levels. These kids are all so skilled. There it is again. We're right through our defense with nobody hitting them. As I'll say, you hear me say before, you can't let these kids walk through 2 or 3 guys. You got to hit them. And right there, neither D did that. And you just got to put a body on somebody. It's as simple as that. Just put the body take the puck away from him. Smith along the half board trying to get it out. He's pinned up against the boards. Shot on the short across, steers away to the near side. Oscar now along the half board. He's looking for an exit and out of the reach of Smith. As White Bear Lake dumps that back in. Brolaski's got to play it. He goes behind the net, overskates it. White Bear Lake comes away with it. White Bear Lake still has it. Pass cross ice, broken up right there by Crum. Come out to the neutral zone. Crum with the forecheck. So they're floating a guy. Second time I've seen that. They're floating the guy behind our D. And hopefully our D can recognize that. Poke checked away by Oscar, but right to the other defender for White Bear Lake. White Bear Lake now controls it. Turns it over behind the net. Oscar trying to get it out front. White Bear Lake takes that. Comes up near side. We pinch. You got to be cognizant and careful of some of these pinches from the D. If you don't get you got to make sure you get the puck or the body if you're going to make an aggressive pinch like that, so you don't have an odd man rush going the other way. And almost had that odd man rush going the other way. In the neutral zone, Olsen has it. He dumps it. 5 seconds left in the period. Olsen's going to get there first. White Bear Lake has it along the half boards, and that's going to be end of one. Edina 1, White Bear Lake 3 in a matter of about a minute and a half. After one, I have shots on that. White Bear Lake 10, Edina 7. Just a couple lapses there late in the first period made the absolute difference in the game. At this level of hockey, it does end up being those little things that make a difference. You want to eliminate or limit your mistakes or errors, because at this level, teams tend to capitalize on it. And I think that's exactly what happened here. 2 mistakes, and they capitalized on it. But it's Saturday night. Boys had all night, all day, all afternoon. So shaking the cobwebs off. We'll get the second period started and see if we'll get a little bit more of a energy and push here in the second period. So Gorski, Olsen, Baker, forwards. Burgess and Miller are D. White Bear Lake has it, controls it. Comes back in the zone, trying to make a move. Makes a second move. White Bear Lake comes the other way. Baker with the check, but their forward gets back to their D, goes cross ice to the D. Nope, they're going to wave the icing off. So Miller's going to get there first, hits his guy, who falls down. Miller up to Olsen. Olsen cross ice to Baker. Baker now on a breakaway. Oliver Baker on a breakaway. Shot. Glove save. White Bear Lake controls it behind the net. Looking for an outlet. Spins around away from one guy. Baker right there. Nash Olsen right there. They're going to call a penalty on Nash Olsen. And what they should do is call a penalty on White Bear Lake for grabbing him at the end. They call it roughing. I don't like the call. Olsen roughing 14:07, so we'll go into penalty kill. I don't like the call. He hit him right in the chest. It just didn't look great because he had somebody behind him, so he fell down quickly. But we'll have a defensive end draw on the far side. Hester, Trache, Levy, and Mislin are the 4 out there. Puck now near side. Back up to the point for White Bear Lake. Shot steered away by Cam Hester on a great individual play right there. Score. Cam Hester. So, unbelievable individual play right there by Cam Hester. Hester gets the shorthanded goal. And it actually, I think, hit his skate. He was trying to make a move in the front of the net. And I hesitated mainly as I was looking at what was going on as he went off the boards and out of the defensive ends. And then off the boards again on the neutral zone past their defender. So Edina pulls in with the goal. Short-handed goal by Cam Hester. Great play by Cam Hester. Missed it now right there. He's trying to go off the boards. Hester right there. Hester along the half board trying to get it out. Just battling. White Bear Lake comes with it. They're going to set up the power play. Now it comes to a point. White Bear Lake sets it up. Shot steered away by Sawyer Carlson. Comes to the point again. Far side. White Bear Lake at the point down low below the goal line. Pass out front. And Sawyer Carlson covers that up and gets a stoppage play. So we're going to switch up all four. So Baker, Crum, Berlasky, and Bauer are the four. Crum will take the draw. Trying to win it forward, does, and out into the neutral zone. White Bear Lake throws it back in, and that'll be an offsides. White Bear Lake. 12:59 left in the second period. Edina 2, White Bear Lake 3. White Bear Lake now D to D in the neutral zone. They're going to try to come back. 45 seconds left on the power play for White Bear Lake. Here they come. Shot wide left. Comes near side. McConnell trying to get out, not able to. Bowers pushed and loses his footing. White Bear Lake comes with it. Shot hits a post. Comes near side or far side. White Bear Lake coming out front. D to D. Now on the mid slot. Turned over. McConnell has it. He just dumps it wisely out. And they're going to call icing, but we'll take that all day long. And we'll get a fresh set of legs out there. So Oscar Smith are the forwards, Burgess and Miller are the D. 16 seconds left in the power play for White Bear Lake. 12:23 left in the second period. Oscar will take the draw in the defensive end near side. He wins it forward, but right to White Bear Lake. They shoot it. Sarah Carlson makes a save, and we'll redo that same draw. Oscar will take it. You want to win it backwards, not forwards. White Bear Lake keeps that in, wins it back. They have it. Point, shot, save. So they're going to put Gorski and Bauer out there. I'm sorry, Baker. Oscar and Smith are going to come off. Gorski will take the draw. Puck comes over right to, I think that was Burgess, and he flipped it out wisely. Baker has it off the boards into neutral zone. Power plays over. 5-on-5 hockey now. Olsen hits this guy along the boards. Burgess now battling along the boards. Down behind the net. Burgess taken down, no call. Poke checked away right there by Baker to Gorski. Gorski up to Olsen. Olsen now couldn't control it, come back in, but hits Gorski along the half board and will come out into the neutral zone. Oliver Baker on a forecheck, turns it over. Gorski has it. Gorski's coming in his zone. He's got a guy to beat. He's just trying to use his body. Does. It gets shot off. Olsen now on a forecheck on the far side. White Bear Lake comes the other way. Broken up in the neutral zone, but they get it deep. And Miller's got to play that. Levy out front. Miller there. Gorski there. Miller comes away with it. He's got to get rid of that puck, but not out. Gives it right to the D. D takes 3 skates in. They shoot, save, wide. Gorski trying to get up to Baker. Now comes back to Gorski. Gorski trying to give it to Miller. Miller now trying to give it back to Baker, but will come out of play and the stoppage of play. 10:54 left in the second period. Edina 2, White Bear Lake 3. We'll have a defensive end draw. Hester, Trache, Macano out there. Along with Levy and Mislet. Now it comes to the point for White Bear Lake. They shoot. It's a skate. Comes out to the neutral zone. White Bear Lake has to gather. They give it to their D near side. He dumps it. There's the dump that we're talking about. If you can't gain the zone, you want to dump it into the zone and apply the forecheck and pressure looking for a turnover. White Bear Lake now below the goal line. Now to come up along the half board. Trache right there. Comes to the point. Shot steered by Sawyer Carlson to the near side. White Bear Lake shoots, hits Sawyer Carlson again. And the boys having a difficult time getting it out here. Now off the board to Trache. Trache now one guy to beat. He's pushed, no call, as he's bumped. White Bear Lake now has it, still in the offense zone. They spin. Trache right there. He's all over his guy. Turned over. Esther has it. Esther trying to get it back to the D. Not able to. Here comes White Bear Lake in the offensive zone. RD falls down. Pass out front. Shot. Sawyer Carlson just gets a skate on it. Pass out front. Score. So we just got turned around down there. They made a pass behind the goal line. We got caught looking right out front. White Bear Lake buried that. They're going back up 2 goals. White Bear Lake 4, Edina 2 here in the second period. From Smith, Oska, along with Bauer and Brolowski. Bauer throws it to Oska. Oska up to nobody. And White Bear Lake dumps that back in to the zone. J.J. Bauer behind the net. He's harassed, turns it over. And now Crum comes with it, looking to escape. He does. He goes over to Oska, off the boards, and that will be icing on Edina. 9:08 left in the second period. Defensive end draw, near side. Crum will take it. Bauer has it off the boards to Brolowski. Brolowski up to Oska. Oska to nobody. And that will be icing on Edina. Nope, they waved it off. I'm not sure why they waved it off. Somebody must have got a stick on it. Turnover right out front.
Get it.
Smith right there. Backhands it. Saved by the goalie. Wyatt Smith found himself wide open out front of the net. White Bear Lake now behind the net, looking to exit their defensive end. There it is, into the neutral zone. Here they come, 3-on-3. Shoot, score. So White Bear Lake 5, Edina 2. Here, 8:27 left in the second period. Gorski will take the draw. Comes to Burgess. Burgess off the boards. Olsen now gives chase. He hits his guy. White Bear Lake comes the other way. And they're going to get past our D. Miller comes over to help. He loses an edge. Puck comes to point, shot out front, rebounds loose. Sawyer Carlson covers that up and gets a stoppage play. Gorski takes the draw. He comes away with it, looking to get it up to Olsen. Olsen trying to get past this guy. Gorski has it. He dumps it, but not deep enough. White Bear Lake makes a couple of nifty moves in their defensive end. And now they dump it the other way. Behind the net, Miller has it. Lost it. No forward over there. Behind the net, pass out front. And they do a really good job of getting that puck to the front of the net. So we're going to switch up our 5 to get a fresh set of legs out there. Defensive end draw on near side. Hester will take it. Hester wins along the boards. Levy trying to poke check it. Hester has it up the boards. Trache up. Baker McConnell's going to go on a foot chase. Baker McConnell's got it. He's looking for Trache. There it is. Just behind him. Pass. He still shoots it. Now comes to a point to Mislet shoots. Tipped. Wide right. Along the boards. McConnell right there. White Bear Lake comes away. The D to D behind the goal line. Up the far side boards. Hester right there. Hester comes away with it. Hester dumps it back down. Baker now trying to keep it in. Not able. White Bear Lake has it. Behind the net, they go far side. White Bear Lake awfully calm with the puck. They don't rush it. They're not bothered by the pressure, from what I can tell thus far. They just seem to be very calm in their defensive end. They keep it in, turn it over to Hester. Hester past one guy now just on a foot chase, trying to beat him. Not able to. White Bear Lake recovers. They go into the neutral zone. Levy poke checks that away. White Bear Lake will come the other way. And shot almost went in. Wide right. Hester bumped up along the boards. Levy up to the point. White Bear Lake shoots it. Second save by Sora Carlson, who has seen a lot of shots here midway through the second period. White Bear Lake controls it. Hester right there comes to the point. Smith now 2-1. Smith and McConnell. Smith trying to get over to McConnell. Hits a pad. They're going to come the other way on a 2-on-2. They come in the zone. They shoot. Hits a stick and goes out of play for a stoppage of play. 5:55 left in the second period. Edina 2. White Bear Lake 5. We'll have a defensive end draw on the near side, which is something I feel like I've said repeatedly. Crum will take it. Smith has it. Smith and now in the neutral zone tries to flip it up, but that's not going to work. What you want to see these boys do, instead of flipping it up like a mite, you get on the other side of the red line, dump it in, and go on the forecheck. That's what you want to do. Because you can't gain the zone by scanning it in. Just try to, or not try to, dump it in and get on the chase. Bauer's got it, his D partner. Grolowski hits the White Bear Lake player. Crum keeps it in. Crum has it, goes around 2 guys, poke check away from him. White Bear Lake's going to come the other way. Here's a quick 3-on-2. Immediately because we were slow to get back. Now a 2-on-1. Shot, rebound, save, goal. You can see the play being developed. Our forwards were really slow getting back. There was no back check. They got it around our D, and it went from 3-on-2 to 3-on-1 really quickly. Shot, Shorty made the initial save, and because we didn't back check, they got the rebound. White Bear Lake 6, Edina 2. Gorski will take the draw. You can see the boys just don't have the energy right now. There's just not a lot of fight in them. They're a little bit lackadaisical at times. They're not skating hard. They're not back checking. At this level, you got to keep that energy every game, every period. And White Bear Lake's just, they're out to play. Here comes White Bear Lake the other way now. Shot wide right, comes far side. White Bear Lake keeps it in. Down behind the goal line. Miller to Olsen. Olsen trying to get the puck out. White Bear Lake gets that deep. Right to Burgess. Burgess cross-ice pass to Oliver Baker. Oliver Baker's got one guy to beat if he can, and he's not able to. And it's poke checked away from him quite easily by the White Bear Lake player. And the stoppage play as the goalie covers that up. 4:19 in the second period. We'll have an offensive draw on the far side. Hester, Trache, McConnell for the forwards. Levy and Mislet are the D. Hester on the forecheck. He's got it. He flips over to Baker. Baker shoots it, hits the side of the net. Trache comes over. Now comes to Baker. Baker throwing it back in traffic. White Bear Lake comes with it, and they're going to throw it out, and that will be icing on White Bear Lake, and we'll get an offensive draw. .401 left in the second period. McConnell has it, lost it, comes back to Hester. Hester's going to go to the point if he wants it. He's going to turn, he's going to spin, he's going to skate through a couple of people, he loses it. White Bear Lake comes the other way. They lose it. They got to gather back in their defensive end, D to D, behind the net, then right up to the center and out into the zone. That's what I was talking about earlier. White Bear Lake, just a lot of calmness. Turnover right there. Levy poke checks it up, comes far side. Here comes White Bear Lake the other way. They turn, they stop, cross-ice pass, broken up. Comes to the neutral zone. And they're going to call interference on White Bear Lake, which I don't agree with, but we'll take the power play. White Bear Lake interference. Interference at the 3:23 mark. So let's see if the boys can sneak out a goal here and get this back into within 3 goals. Crum, Smith, Oscar comes to a point to Mislet. Mislet has it. He throws to the front of the net. It goes wide right. Levy has it along the half board. He gives it down to Oscar. Now Smith takes his spot. Smith on the half board. Smith's going to turn, spin, look. He's going to get back to Oscar down low. Oscar's got it below the goal line. Pass out front. There it is. Mislet with a good lead. Levy now back to Smith. Smith down to Crum. Crum turns, spins. He's broken up. 2 players right there. Comes to Mislet. Mislet over to Levy. Levy's going to look for a shot. He waited too long. He took the extra step instead of just shooting it. You want to see a little bit faster shot. He had a screen out front of the net, which is exactly what you wanted. He's just looking to get one extra step to get a little bit more of a lane, and they were able to get a stick on it. Now comes a Baker at half ball. He shoots a pass out front or shot out front. We'll redo that offensive draw. Olsen's going to take it. So Olsen on the Gorski's the centerman. So Olsen will take the draw on power plays. White Bear Lake now out and deep into our zone. Bauer's going to come over and play it. He loses an edge. White Bear Lake comes away with it. Pass out front. Baker now has it 2-on-2. Oliver Baker has it. He goes past his guy. He still has it behind the net. He's going to set up the power play. Now gives it to Gorski. Gorski back to Bauer. Bauer's looking for somebody, Baker's looking for somebody. Now comes to Gorski on the half board. Gorski comes out front, loses it, shot wide left. Gorski going to get there, wraps it behind the net. White Bear Lake going to try to get it out of zone, and Bauer's not able to keep it in, and that will come out. 20 seconds left on the power play. Turn and go. Comes near side to Gorski. Gorski's going to come back in the zone to Olsen. Olsen has it. He's going to look to set it up. Down below the goal, half ball to Gorski. Gorski to the point. Rosski's got D if he wants it. He goes back to Gorski, but he had Miller all by himself in the front. Now it comes back to Miller. Miller can't control it. Power play's over. And that's exactly what we don't want to happen. Offsides, Edina. 1:19 left in the second period. Edina 2, White Bear Lake 6. Puck comes to Burgess. Burgess D to Miller. Miller's going to go back to... Nope, I thought he was going to go back to the D. He didn't. Goes back to Miller. Miller's not going to come the other way. This is where you wanted to get it deep. He's got it to Hester. He's hooked, no call. You can see the violent motion of Cam Hester, who was yanked right there with the stick, and they didn't call it. He comes with it, trying to get to the point, not able. Hits a stick to White Bear Lake. The D are going to have to gather, come back to the defensive end. Burgess Stern spins, gets it to Hester. Hester goes back to Burgess. Burgess looking for an outlet. He goes, trying to get up to Trache, not able to. White Bear Lake comes with it. And they come the other way. Goes back to Burgess. Burgess taps it right up to Hester. Hester comes in the zone. Hester's going to turn and look for a shot or pass out front. There it is. Loose out front. Still loose. So we'll have an offensive draw on the far side. Hester will take it. 23 seconds left. White Bear Lake D to D off the board or off the glass. That'll be icing if it gets it. Nope. Sawyer Carlson's got to play that as they beat our D back to that puck. Burgess along the boards. White Bear Lake has it, controls it. Now Burgess has it. He pushes it far side to McConnell. McConnell trying to get it out. And that will be the end of 2. Edina 2. White Bear Lake 6 after 2 periods.